I think we played 2 years ago, and I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, you didn't.
But coming back, I'm kind of loving it.
Why do you think that is?
What was the deal with that? It was just free for returning players,
Right. So
or
there's like a new patch or something that's come out for Stormblood, and they do this like initiative every time they roll out with a big patch. Players who haven't played in like 90 days get a free 7-day period of playtime.
yeah. And I can't remember. Did we play this 2 years ago, or was it a year ago?
We stopped playing about a year ago. One
Okay.
second, my phone's
Okay.
going still.
But I think we played 2 years ago, and I didn't like it that much.
Yeah, you didn't.
But coming back, I'm kind of loving it.
Why do you think that is? Go ahead.
We've only played for 2 days, so I don't want to jump the gun. But you got me into Final Fantasy 11, which is really slow combat-wise, kind of like EverQuest 1
Right.
starting out. Try not to burp here. But coming back from some of these older games, it seems more fluid, faster pace than it did. Then
Right.
again, I did quit like as soon as I got like level 51 or so. I came back and I was level 51, I think.
Well, what do you think the big reason was why you quit in the first place?
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of got into Warframe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we got into Warframe. But I mean, part of it was also like the mandatory story, right?
Oh yeah. Now I'm kind of excited to do the storyline. I'm kind of itching to do it.
Okay.
But it doesn't bother me that much. It bothers me that I'm locked out and I can't group and do everything. That does kind of suck. But it's like you like to say, don't play a Final Fantasy game if you don't want some Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 14. It's not for everyone.
Now, I was telling you the other day how it looks badass. It feels kind of immersive.
Right.
So I was kind of sitting back, letting it soak in, and then a little kid runs by on a chicken, and that kind of threw it off for me. I still can't get over the tater tots or tater salad, or whatever they're called.
So what he means by little kid, he's talking about Lalafels, because they're just little kids.
Tater tots or Taratus, or what are they called?
That was 11. Taro is 11. They're called Lalafels, so it's even worse than 14.
Okay. Well, I'm still dealing with that.
You having fun though, right?
You have a full course meal running around. You have a tater tot on a chicken, but
I never thought about it like that.
it's I'm liking it, honestly.
Yeah, I'm having fun, and one of the cool things. Def, I'm going to take my soapbox again.
Go ahead, bro.
So
all out.
I wanted to talk a little bit about copyright infringement, copyright claims, and what it means to have fair use. So the reason why I bring this up is our channel, thanks to you guys, has finally hit over 500 subs, and it's awesome. But at the end of the day, we are a very small channel. So why the fuck are you filing fucking copyright infringements, copyright claims on a channel our size? Yeah.
You're going off on the copyright thing? Okay.
I'm doing it. Go ahead. So, and it's not that I'm mad, because I think it's a system that's fine, but I think the system is broken. And we've seen this a lot in the world of YouTube. We've seen this issue. We've seen this issue where you've got all these major channels that are there and they exist, and they say something that somebody doesn't like about their product or whatever. And instead of just letting them have that free speech and fixing your shit or addressing it or being adult about it and having a conversation about it, they go and they file these copyright claims. And this happened to a YouTuber that I follow called Modern Vintage Gamer. And what he does is he takes and he refurbishes old consoles and turns them into, like, they still are consoles, but he also makes them into awesome emulation machines. And he got 4 Nintendo Switch videos that were flagged because he was talking about emulation and jailbreaking or whatever on those switches, and he got copyright infringements or copyright claims because he showed like 3 or 4 second clips of Nintendo branded games that were running on an emulator, and then he goes on to show in the video he made about it was, I am holding these games in my hand, I own them, they are emulators that I'm playing of my owned games, yet his shit was flagged.
That reminds me of, may I?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Please do. I'm
that reminds me, because back in the day when I lived in Arizona, I was doing videos for basically commercials, ads,
right?
You know, to help other businesses and whatnot. And we did an ad for a bail bonds company, and I used a Fatboy Slim song. I worked 2 weeks on this video. The music went perfect. It was all done in After Effects. It was all a typography video. It was right. The music, a lot of production, a lot of time was put into this video. And I noticed when I put it up, they had a link to the song where you could purchase this song on Amazon. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. They're going to let me keep the song on here. And if people want to buy this track for like 99 cents or whatever, they can. Cool. And it stayed up for years. And then all of a sudden I check out the video and it has this pre-made music. I'm like, what in the hell is going on here, man? It kind of bummed me out. I'm like, what was wrong with that? You know, like, if anything, it's like what we're about at Battle Axe Live, promoting local music.
Right.
Getting their music out. What if no one's ever heard of that Fatboy Slim song? I'm sure everybody's heard of Fatboy Slim, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, like, it's not like you went and you stole their music and used it as your own and said, I made this song. You used their music to enhance your content and used your content to enhance their music. Very much. Yet, go ahead.
You used their art for your art.
Right.
You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing. But, you know, everything's a money-making shit fucking thing now. I could have used better wording, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is, and it sucks. And I think the biggest issue I have is that when it comes to YouTube, it's not that, like, I can understand if you're upset that your content was used and you contacted me directly or someone on your behalf did. But the problem with YouTube is these companies can go out there, or these liaisons for these, you know, these artists can go out there and make a claim saying that it's my content, and there's no buffer there. There's nothing that goes into a YouTube algorithm, and then the algorithm at least does some sort of research on it and determines whether a certain percentage was artistic or not. And there's no person that looks out on it. What instantly happens is that that video becomes demonetized, and any money made by that video goes to the other person. So it'd be like if I just went on to some, you know, Linus Tech Tips big guy and was like, yeah, I made a computer like that one time, and for X amount of days until that gets resolved, that money would be redirected to me until there was some sort of resolution. And I think that's bullshit, because you have to go through a process and fight it. And I filed a motion for fair use. So if we talk about fair use, one of the big things here under YouTube's own fair use guidelines is basically the amount that was used as far as the song. So it was a 3 minute something song. I think I used close to 40 seconds of the song, and it was just to enhance the mood of the scene, and I did effects and things like that to kind of give this like sad, downtrodden thing. And apparently that was an issue, and you know, it wasn't even a whole big chunk of the song. And again, it was me changing that video, or me making a video that enhanced the theme of the song and a song that enhanced the theme of the video, and there was nothing negative that was being applied toward that song. So if you look at the fair use right here, the fair use guidelines on YouTube, it says nothing about that. And they even say, you know, these are the 4 things that they talk about for fair use. Now, fair use isn't a real thing. I mean, it is, but it's not. Only certain states, specifically California, and I know there are a couple of other states, but I can't think of them off my head, they, as far as fair use is concerned, like, you can win arguments, but in the majority of states, if it's a copyrighted thing and you use it, you're basically infringing and you're screwed. But I mean, this is YouTube, and we're not just servicing a particular state. We're servicing anybody who goes to YouTube.com. So we try to adhere to the guidelines that they have put in place. So yeah, it's been like two and a half, maybe 3 weeks since I filed an appeal, and I still haven't heard anything back on it. So fun stuff.